Alright, so welcome to Hero's Kitchen Cooking as ever. And this is my first time trying to upload some cooking video on the YouTube. So today I'm cooking a traditional, authentic, whatever you want to call it, Chinese Mabo Tofu. So for this, what you eat at the Chinese restaurant, the Mabo Tofu, they're not real. And then those foreigners might be aware of Sichuan style Mabo, but actually what you get at the restaurant is, I bet, pretty much custom for like a foreign taste. For example, in Japan, like those Mabo Tofu served at restaurants are not really authentic. And then what makes it authentic is the sauce itself. 美乐生, this is the, okay, this is not the right brand. Oh shit, I don't have it. What's going on now? So you need花椒, like花椒pepper sauce, hot sauce, and you also need something like this one, Sichuan soybean sauce. And these two are what makes Mabo great. So you definitely need these two. And then if you don't have anything like this at your nearby supermarket, you can always go to the Asian market and they sure will have it. Right. And then for the ingredients, you need non-firm tofu. Non-firm is better. Soft tofu is better. And you need what do you call this? I forget what it's called in English, but you need this. And you also need the ginger. And you also need garlic. And you want to have minced pork beef. It could be, I think it's better to have a fat minced pork as opposed to lean minced pork. So that's that. And the speed is really important in Chinese cuisine, so you want to have everything set up before you start cooking. First of all, pour water into a pan and start to boil it. It's really troublesome actually procedure in cooking a Mabo tofu to actually boil the actual tofu, but it's always better to boil before you as opposed to directly putting this into a pan. 老干妈, yeah. So this is the sauce you want. 老干妈 is like a old mama's, and you see some grandma's picture on it. This is what you want. So this brand, I'm sure you'll find something like this at the Asian supermarket for sure, because this is Chinese soul. Right, so while you're boiling the water in there, you should start cooking, preparing the ingredients. So today I have 150 grams of minced pork, and for that amount maybe you need one part of ginger like this one. I think that would be enough. Then so slice off the unnecessary parts, those dirty parts or whatsoever. Just cut them off. See, here inside it's kind of rotten a little bit, but it's okay. Just cut the surface off. It should be fine. Now slice it. And put it together. So you want to slice into little pieces because this is a great part of the sauce. This will be dissolved into a great part of the sauce. So try to cut as fine as you can. Otherwise, it might be too spicy for you. Yeah, so this should be fine. So this is maybe as fine as it should get, right? Okay, prepare the pan. It's always better to so I definitely recommend to use steel pan. Ginger inside. Ginger in, and next garlic. It depends on how big each piece is, but I think for this, yeah, 3 should be fine. So right now the amount of ginger is like this. Maybe it's just too little, so I'll add some more ginger. Okay. Here, okay. So the water is kinda boiling. I'm supposed to put the tofu in. So this is how you should do it. Mix this. Next, garlic. I should speed up the tempo. Slice into small pieces. Here you go. The green part is also edible, but it's really hard to eat if you just boil it or grill it. So it's better to use as a sort of herbs kind of function. So maybe just a little bit like that. And this one also slice into pieces. Inside in. All right, so what we've got here is green onions head and ginger, sliced ginger and garlic. So these 3 is what you need. And from here you need some like vegetable oil. And for Chinese cuisine, it's always better to use lots of oil. That's what makes the taste really thick. And don't forget about tofu. So when the tofu is began to kind of become a little bit firm, you can touch it. Yeah, then it should be good. Try to use fresh minced pork as opposed to frozen one, because the taste is just so different. So it started to fry. So first fry these ginger, garlic, and green onion a little bit until you can smell. And not yet, not yet. You can see it here. Not yet. Not yet. Not yet. And try not to forget stirring like that. Otherwise it will get burned easily. Yeah. Yeah, I think it's about time. And then put the 150 grams of pork. And then you might be wondering when do we season the pork? And this is the time we season the pork. And so the portion wise, it seems the ginger, garlic, those green onions looks a little bit like more than the pork, the amount of pork, and that's what you want. Because to kill the pork stinkiness if there's any, and also add the rich flavor to it. This is a really, really heavy pan, so I can't do the thing. And here we're gonna use a little bit of salt because we're gonna season more on later. The pork looks nice. Alright, this looks really nice. And then you might wanna add a little bit of chicken stock. Any chicken stock will be fine. Just for the taste. A little bit of chicken stock. A little bit of garlic. Make it smaller. So we can start pouring the tofu in. And it's okay to pour the tofu water inside together because it's gonna be a rich sauce too. Yeah. That. Try to mix the tofu with the meat. Oh my gosh, the portion is perfect. So maybe 150 grams of pork to one tofu. It's a perfect portion. So before the water runs out, you might want to start pour the sauce. This is not the spicy, by the way. Soybean sauce inside. Maybe 2 teaspoons. So stir the tofu. You know, and then if the sauce seems to be too much, then you can always add the tofu's water, boiled water inside. There we go. This is the Chinese authentic traditional Mabo